Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Daily Dirty Podcast. I'm your host, John Croft. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Just want to do a little quick one here. Trying to catch up on getting a little bit of podcast content out there. So today I want to talk about a couple quick things. So my last podcast was basically end of the year was basically what it was. Talking about wrapping up 2024. And I touched on a few things that I wanted to go just a smidge deeper into. And not to beat a dead horse, and that horse is dead as hell, but TikTok, man, oof, just the stuff that's on there today, the trends on TikTok is just, it's amazed me of how low the TikTok famous wannabe folks are making these trends come up. And I talked about it a little bit before. I talked about how there was always some kind of trend for them to get TikTok famous. Like they had dear white people, dear black people, dear whoever or whatever, and from both sides of the aisle, saying, if you're white, you can't say this. If you're black, why are you saying that? Now they're attacking Christians. So you got these people, and just to put this out there, you can't call somebody an idiot on TikTok because they won't let you post it. Ask me why or how I know. Oh, yeah, it was a dumb thing I did, but I kind of haven't really been on it too much lately. I kind of have to cool it down because it gets me all emotional. And I had a podcast I talked about religion and kind of just my views, and it's not everybody else's views, but the thing is I don't judge nobody for theirs. And this isn't judge them, this is fact. Judging, this guy tried to get on this podcast, he just blew me off. And there's a lot of people that are out there. It's just this trend is just kind of going viral, right? And the thing is, I'm not mad that you against some Christians or ones that you went into. It's just like how they play the race card. It's like, well, this one person's a different race than me and they did this and it's the whole race. It's, you can't look at it like that. That's a big problem. And that's how you get things like that started. That's how you get this trend rolling, and it's not a healthy trend. It mentally eats away at some people. And it eats away at me at the fact that you seem genuine that you're trying to get something out there, but the problem is you're saying all Christians. Okay? It's like me saying all black people or all white people, all Hispanic, all Asian, all Indian. It's not the whole race that's doing it. It's just if you encountered ones and every single one of them was bad, man, you got some shitty luck. But not all Christians are the same. Me as a Christian, I've had some Christians do some crazy crap or say some stuff to me that I'm just like, no, I don't think so. I talked about a podcast. I've been to a lot of different churches for a lot of different religions because I like to keep an open mind. The biggest thing is I don't judge them for what they do. If that's what you believe, then that's great. I'm happy for you. But I'm not going to knock your religion. Even though I've had some people in other religions that just kind of rub me the wrong way. I'm just like, man, that's a bad person. I didn't say, well, that's a bad Catholic. That's a bad Protestant. That's a bad Baptist, man. This guy. No. It's that individual, that human, man, child, whatever it is. It's that person. This TikTok thing, which I'm sure all of y'all have seen the trends, you know, the Bible is a hoax, church needs to pay taxes, there's no such thing as God. If God was almighty, why does he let things happen? I've read the Bible a million times. If you read the Bible a million times, it tells you why God lets things happen. So you're just contradicting yourself and you're just being a hypocrite because you're trying to be TikTok famous. I ain't mad at you trying to be famous, but when you're doing it when you're knocking all Christians, man. No, I'm not going to say you're going to go to hell. I'm just not going to like you as a person. I'm not judging you because you don't believe in it. I'm judging you because you were attacking people's religion. But you don't expect them to say anything to you. It's kind of like the whole thing. And look, I love everybody. I don't care, what form, fashion, what I'm going to call you like I see you. That's just me because I believe in male and female. You look like homosexuals. I know some homosexuals are cool as hell. I know some transgenders, cool as hell. They're not sitting there like, look, I'm a man, but I feel like that I should be a woman, but I'm a man. I do man things, but I feel like I should have been a woman. I dress like a woman. But they don't think that they're a woman. And even if they did, hey, I'm still your friend. That's awesome. But don't ask me to call you that because I won't. I will call you by your name. I just won't ever speak of you in third person. I won't say, well, they are coming along. Well, there's only one person. Well, multiple personalities here or something. I don't know. They want to be called they. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Do what you got to do. But don't expect me to call you that. I don't expect you to call me a Christian. I'll tell you my name. You can call me by my name. Hey, dude. Hey, bro. Hey, man. Mister. I'm cool with that. So when you start attacking people because they don't believe in what you believe, and the people you're attacking are saying they're doing the same thing to you. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, there are some Christians do that. Evangelistics, man. Them folks, they push because that's how they were brought up. There is a portion in the Bible that tells you need to speak the word. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've had conversations about religion in bars. It's just a conversation. How dude says, well, I don't believe in God. I'm like, okay. He goes, am I going to hell? I'm like, man, I don't know. I ain't God. I ain't whoever you believe in. I'm not judging you. Hell, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to hell or not. I just have my faith in what I believe in. But that's for me. I don't expect you to believe the same thing I do. So back to TikTok. I mean, obviously, I talked to my wife about this the other day, and she's like, "Oh, that guy's been through a lot of stuff." I'm like, "Yeah." Apparently his pops died and stuff like that, and the funny thing about it is it's black and whites, and I'm not trying to put color on it or a race on it, but I haven't seen a Hispanic person come up in there and be like, hey, damn Christians. I ain't seen an Asian person come in there, like, hey, man, these damn Christian people. It's black and white, back and forth. At least there's some kind of unity there. They're both on the same side and don't believe in God. If you're a Christian, you're just a bad person. That's the trend. I honestly don't understand it. Is the price of fame worth it? And like I've said that before, people are going to hate. I get that. I don't care if I get haters. That's just life. Someone's always going to hate you. Someone's always going to be envious. Or somebody's always going to be jealous. That's part of the mind. These TikTok trends, they talk about how people were, send them comments and stuff like that. And I read the comments because I'm a comments person. I like to see what other people are thinking about, what people are talking about. I want to see people's opinions and whatnot. These motherfuckers, man. They're basically like, yeah, I just don't understand the whole concept of God. Okay. Christians just think they're better than us. Nope, not this one. I don't have a problem with it until you start labeling all. Me as a white person, if I was to go on to TikTok and say, all black people, blah, 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 I would be banned. Now, a black person can go on there and be like, man, white bread, white privilege, white this, white blah, 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 blah. Nothing gets said. They could say black power. Nothing happens. Now, if I went in there and said white power, I would be hung. I would be blacklisted on everything. Reverse racism. I don't care where you come from. I have friends of all walks of life from different parts of the world. I don't judge them off their skin color or their religion or their sexual orientation. I don't judge them at all. They are my friends. And I see them as my friend because we respect each other. When you lose that respect for other people and then you expect them to respect you back, that's being a hypocrite. And people are going to look at you sideways and think you're stupid. If you don't believe in God, then that's fine. Nobody really cares. I don't give a shit. I honestly don't care. Should I? I don't know. But I don't. Because it has nothing to do with me and my environment. Once you start attacking a group because of however many bad experiences you got, you're making the problem worse. You're adding fuel to the fire. And while you stand back collecting your TikTok famous money, getting out there, people are getting hurt. It's like that school shooting. That kid at that Christian school. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it on TikTok. It's sad. Just because it's a Christian school doesn't mean things go wrong. Me as a Christian, I am not holier than thou. I'm not better than anybody else. Only thing I'm trying to be is better than I was than a version of me before. I try to be better for me and my family. I don't step on other people's religions, sexual orientation, race, beliefs. And when you do that, you're just not seeing the ripple effect of what it causes other people. My wife tells me, she's like, she quit TikTok cold turkey. She's like, nope, can't do it. I'm not trying to get emotional invested in someone else's bullshit. I ain't mad at her. She's good. Do what you gotta do, babe. And I get it. Me, unfortunately, having a podcast and keep my ear to the ground and some kind of news because our own news media fucking caters to the rich. You gotta have your ear to the ground, at least some kind of information. We live out here in the boondocks, some shit goes down, I'm gonna be prepared. It's just all these trends just come about. It's just whatever happened to just the funny stuff, husband makes fun of wife or, cat memes or some shit. No. These sick fucks got to take it to a totally different level. The thing is you don't get what you're doing. You're putting poison out there. And then you're bitching saying that someone else is doing it to you. Two wrongs make a right, huh? Now, again, if he just said some of whatever your trend is going to be, I'm cool with that because I would agree with you. I had a discussion about this. Well, to this young lady on TikTok that was talking about how, evolution, science can be proved by science, but God can't be proved by science. And there's, of course, the people put out there is like, well, if evolution is real and we evolved from apes, then how come we still have apes? Now, that's a serious question. I kind of had the same thing, but I'll let someone else do it for me just so I can see her response. She's like, it just doesn't work like that, and she's this young cat, I'm just sitting there thinking, I was like, man, you go to college for evolution? Or, I mean, you stay at a Holiday Inn to get some of this knowledge? I mean, you've been encyclopediaing in or Wikipedia or what the fuck, there are some scientists that just say that some of it has to do within the Bible. Now, see, this goes back to the point of where, and this is my personal opinion, I see the Bible as a guide once again. It's all up into interpretation for you, but when you try to interpret it for everybody else, saying, oh, God brought me to interpret this for you. No, he didn't. No. That's man-made. Like I always say, I mean, not all preachers are bad. I mean, some preachers are cool. But when you're abusing your power, and we all know what some of that is, we can take that to a totally different level of all kinds of crazy crap. But we're not going to go there. I just want to go to the point of this. God isn't telling you to interpret it this way. You're interpreting it because how your mind interprets it, and then you want everybody else to believe what you got to say. Okay? The one thing I say to people is read the Bible, interpret it for yourself. If it's something you don't believe it, man. There's stuff in there I don't believe. God didn't make the Bible. Jesus didn't make the Bible. Witnesses made the Bible. I'm not saying some of that stuff didn't happen, but the thing is you have to look at how many times the Bible's been rewritten. How many kings and whoever changed it for their agenda. I do believe at one time that it was used for good. Now it's a bargaining chip or to control the masses. I 100% believe that. But I get from the Bible what I need from me, and I interpret it differently, The way people spoke back then, the meaning of things back then are different than they are now. Notice how things evolve. When things evolve, you don't really look at where it kind of came from because you want to keep the current stuff. Think of it that way. Not only that, you're getting an interpretation from somebody that's just like, well, God sent me to interpret this for the rest of the world to read the books, the good book, the Holy Bible. Who's to say that dude wasn't a cracker and all kinds of different crap that was going on? Now that part of the young gentleman that was talking about that, I get it. Some of it is a hoax. Some churches are a hoax, I believe. They're a money scheme, and I 100% get that. Think of taxes, right? Do I think churches need to pay taxes? Yes, I do. Why are you exempt? I do believe that they should. because everybody has to pay taxes. I'm not saying if Jesus was here right now, he'd probably be like, well, I guess I got to pay some taxes. You have to think of it. Because if you look and you read in the Bible, it tells that you have to pay your tithes. Who's to say that there wasn't a king who's like, man, I need to put this in because we don't really have that government, like we got now. Folks need to give me a piece of what they got going on so I can retain, I got to be rich. I got to be able to control people. It's kind of like our government does now. I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. Everybody knows it. All these taxes. We got to pay all this shit. So the government can keep going, huh? Y'all make the money. I might be an idiot. I'll admit it if I am. How the hell are we in debt? Don't we make money? Doesn't the government make money? Isn't the Treasury Department makes money? Make some more damn money. Get us out of debt. Quit paying other countries bullshit. They're not helping us as American people, but they might be helping you as a government official. So the whole TikTok trend with the religion thing, man, people, jeez, man. Is it just you woke up one morning and was just like, man, I hate everybody. I hate Christians. I had a few did me wrong, so I need to do it. I got to put it out there. Everybody's got to see it. And you get all these folks coming out the woodwork like, yeah, there's no such thing as God. Maybe not for you. Are you speaking for all of us? Now, if you came out and said, I personally don't believe in God. I'm not saying if you have to or you do. Now, if you said some shit like that, I'd be like, hey, man, I ain't mad at you. That's your thing, brother. But when they come out and they're telling you, hey, you shouldn't believe, there's no such thing. How do you know? They're like, well, how do you know there is one? I don't, but I'm sorry. Oh, they talk about how fearing God. Why should you fear God? You don't understand what that fear means. It doesn't mean like I'm afraid of him. That's not the fear. That's not that. It's not even, you can't even explain it. The fear of God just means that he is almighty. This is my personal belief. I ain't saying none of y'all need to believe it or agree. I don't give a shit. He is almighty. Can I see him? No. Can I feel him? Yes, I can. How do you feel him? How do you feel any other emotion? Can you see that emotion? Well, I can see love. I can see that someone loves me because of things they do for you, right? Well, you're breathing. Oh, well, what if I break my leg? Then that's God. Why did he break my leg? You did, dumbass. There was probably so many signs of not to do what you did to prevent you from doing that, and you ignored it. I'm just saying that could be a reason. Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. I mean, it sounds like a bullshit coming from somebody, but I get it, right? He doesn't cause nothing. Oh, he just allowed things to happen. Why? If he's such a loving God, why does he allow things to happen? Man, ain't you grown? Be responsible for your own bullshit, man. Quit bitching so much. Crying over some dumb shit. Crying over spilt milk, man. Just clean up and get another damn glass, man. All these kids coming out here just, oh, I can't work because I get anxiety. You little bitch. You expect your mom and daddy to take care of you for the rest of your life? Pussy. I'm being bullied online. Oh my God. Maybe if you got outside and got a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of vitamin D in your ass, you wouldn't look like a scrawny little fuck that's stuck behind a computer all day. You need to get out and do some shit. I don't know where this thing is going because it's a lot of ranting and bitching. I think I'm going to call this, I just want to get it off my chest. I ain't perfect. I'm nowhere near it. I know some people are better than I am in some shit. But one thing I can tell you is I stick by my beliefs, but I don't knock yours. Oh, well, John, you just said, you're judging people that they're getting bullied online. Yeah, I am. Because you got to grow up, man. Well, you got to grow up and quit believing in God. It's like Santa Claus. Really? I'm sorry, I never believed in Santa Claus. What divine thing has he done? Did Santa Claus create this world we live in? Well, how do we know God did? How do we know he didn't? That's one thing that you should agree with me on, that nobody knows how everything came about. You can say Big Bang Theory, but who made the shit that made the Big Bang Theory? I mean, that can go down a damn rabbit hole itself. They're just poof out of the air. Oh, just one day the universe just said, I'm going to poof some shit here and make a big bang, and all of a sudden I'm going to put some humans out there. Ain't nobody going to know who I am. Come on, man. Somebody had to do it. Or something, or something another. Maybe God is something else. We don't know. Nobody knows what happens when we die. Do we actually die? I mean, there's some TikTok out there. Died for 7 minutes, and this is what I saw. Well, I could say scientifically that your brain activity goes on for about 7 minutes after you die, because it's trying to save everything in your mind, because that's how your mind works. And it's just going through memories. It could be going things that you didn't even know that you saw, that your mind recorded, that you subconsciously didn't know. Your eyes take in so much shit. And that's probably like, I just saw all these visions of this. You could have been seeing a movie that you didn't even know that you saw. You don't know. People saying, well, it says in the Bible that you're asleep, and then God's going to wake everybody up, and then we're going to be for peace for 1,000 years, and then a big ass war, then 1,000 peace, 7 years of tribulation, 3.5 years of peace, 2.5 years of war. Revelations. Who knows? Oh, there's another seal that broke. There's another sign. How you interpret the Bible, maybe that's for you. And I ain't mad at you. There's people saying, oh, they've been saying that Jesus, 2,000 years, Jesus is coming. Another 2,000 years, they're going to say Jesus is coming. Yeah, probably. I got some friends that are atheists. The difference between them and some of y'all dumbasses on TikTok, they don't knock me for believing in God, just like I don't knock them for not. Some of y'all that got slapped around with the Bible growing up, you got Holy Road. Sorry for you. As you become adult, it's your turn to decide what you want to do. That's your journey. Your mom, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your uncle, your aunt, they can't determine your path because they're not God, or they're not the entity that you're going to believe in, or they're the nothingness that you believe in, or if you don't believe anything at all, they have no control of that. Only you do. I would never tell you to believe or not believe in. Only thing I would tell you is don't group one type of religion all together saying that they're all bad, because we're not. I'm not a typical Christian. Am I a Christian? Yeah. Do I believe in God? Yeah. You want to judge me for it? Go ahead. But I'm going to judge you back, because that's how it is. Oh, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. No, it just means you're a dumb motherfucker and you just want to start some shit, and you're going to put it out there, I'm going to bring it right back to you. That's all that means. So, yeah, I just want to do a quick one. I haven't done one in a couple of days. Said in my last podcast I was going to try to get a couple out there, but Man, everybody, look, I don't know what the universe is talking about or whatever it is, you know. Let's just put all that aside, man. Let's just be us people and try to be better as people. Not a color, not a sex, not a religion, a human being. Let's try that for a while because we haven't done that in forever. You know, we all have to live here and get along. You know, what I do on my own time is my own personal shit. What you do is yours. Don't knock mine, I won't knock yours. It's that easy. You know, if you don't want to work, then don't freaking work, but don't attack people to make it a trend on TikTok to be famous. You know, put some positive vibes out there. Let's try to be positive. Oh, I got so much bad shit. If I gave you a list of the bad shit that happens in my wife and I's life right now, there's probably people with more shit, but you can only put up with so much. But guess what? We try to be positive because it's just life. You know, one thing she taught me is don't dwell on some shit that you can't control. Y'all can control TikTok. Y'all can control what you say on TikTok. You can control your own life. Oh, you can control your own destiny. Don't know if you can or you can't. But I tell you what, if you do the best that you possibly can, you know, you never know what can happen. You had a shitty life growing up. Hey, all of us has some kind of version of our own hell that we went through. It's all about being that better person and just try to do your best to be better than the people that did that to you or that situation that did that to you. Man, just get your shit together and just carry on. You know? You want to bitch all day and cry all day and talk shit about other people's religions and race and shit? Is that making you feel better? Let's see how long that lasts, because that shit only lasts so long. It's a euphoria of what you're feeling. It's like getting high. Man, it feels good. Man, now it stopped. Then you got to get high again. And that's those trends. I got to keep this trend up so I can still feel this euphoria about my body. It makes me feel positive that I'm putting so many people down. You're a dumbass. You can think I'm judging you. I'm just calling it like I see it. There's a difference between judging and calling it like I see it. And I'm calling it like I see it. You know, I'm just asking people to get their shit together. You know, it's not that easy, no. But life ain't easy. It's called adulting. You want to live on the moon somewhere, or you want to get famous to where you don't have to do this shit? Let me tell you, famous people are the most criticized, ridiculed, investigated, eyes all on me people. If you're an attention seeker like that, be careful what you wish for. Why do you think I don't care if I got hardly any subscribers? I give 2 shakes of shit. That's just because it helps me feel good. I'm not going to knock all your bullshit. I'm not going to knock somebody's religion. I try to help people out by telling them about the struggles I go through, and maybe it might help somebody. It's called helping the best you can with somebody. Or there might be someone that has something that I've never thought of before. That's called networking and communication. Now, if you want to do that, come on, hop aboard. If you want to talk shit or whatever, better bring a bucket, because you're going to be shoveling it out, because I can give it back to you. Man, you got to keep your head on the swivel, people, man. Just try to stay positive, you know, the best that you can. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not saying you do what I do, but all I'm saying is try it out. Try to be more positive things in life. You know, I get knocked down 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times a day. Sometimes more, sometimes less. between my job, between the shit that happens to my house, the crap that my dogs go through, what I got to pay for my dogs, the neighbors doing dumb shit, on top of all the other shit outside of my bubble. But I'm still here, and I'm still trying to be positive. I don't know. Do what you got to do, but TikTokers, man, pick a different trend, pick a positive trend. If that doesn't work for you, maybe it's not meant to. If you think this is meant to because you're gaining traction on talking about something you don't agree with, what they say about opinions. Everybody's got one. I'll leave it at that. But hope everybody has a really great Christmas. Spend time with your loved ones if you don't have any loved ones. Been there, done that. Cuddle up to whatever you got. Everybody be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Try to be positive. If you like what I say, continue to listen. Like, subscribe if you want. If you don't, hey, just listen. You don't even have to put anything. I'm all right with that. So, hope to hear from y'all. If not, enjoy life. Peace.